filmed while Venus is on the galactic center, but I'm strewing these videos out as I keep talking about it. Wanted to channel something about the upcoming February aspects, kind of jumping ahead, but see, it's about Mars, and of course, Mars does jump ahead, and I'm a Martian person. Pardon me while we do this. See, the theme of men and women really comes up. See, right now we're doing the woman on the galactic center who's in Sagittarius, just like burning, and I don't know why they don't make a big deal about it, but I sure am. There it is, 21st, beautiful thing. And we learned about what Jesus is. I mean, Venus. No? Sorry, I'm about to get physical in my movies, because this is a physical arena that I'm in, and I'm actually a physical person, trying to be. Boy, I'm kind of been getting depleted. It's like this last kick, before trying to move into our new lives. It actually involves a lot of shadow work, and I've been going through it big time. And it's that's what love will kind of, the purification time. Well, here we are, happy sun in Aquarius, and it's that it's the season of heart matters. It's the heart chakra um, um, holiday. That's what Valentine's Day points at, and it's very scientific actually. And so we love Aquarius. I laugh because it's like, well, we're not going to open up that book right now about the science of the heart and electromagnetics, but I do have some things that I should peel back through it and start posting them on. Maybe I'll put them here. See, the theme with the men and women on Valentine's Day. I'm looking at something now. What was the big deal on Valentine's Day? Oh, on Valentine's Day, Mars conjuncts Pluto. And the Mars conjunct Pluto, I have Mars conjunct Pluto. And thank God it's trining my Mars conjunct Pluto. I might get a job. I might start to really unfold who I really am. That the square to all of that was terrible. And, ooh, God, I don't even want to talk about that. Lost my entire family. It seems like I'm going through with the Pluto and Capricorn. Yep. A lot of people died. That's Pluto for you. And now, well, it's because it's squared. Not because, but it sure does point at that. It points at it. And so, boy, close that chapter, open this one with trying to open it, right? Talk about it. That was not even my issues. The issues come from, all of our issues come from childhood issues. Pardon me while I get all intense. But I've got to get some sleep. I've been doing downloads like crazy, and I'm being cradled by the hands of God. I honestly, that's what's happening in my life. I have a hard time, and everybody does, and that's my message to you. If at all you think you have made a breakthrough, but you can't see the rest of the way, I mean, but you got to pay attention. Is it love or not? I don't know, but really, God has a plan for you. If love finds you worthy, it will guide your course. God, I am not saying what I needed to say on this video. I really wanted to, yeah, no, I was talking. See, all of that really is like, I'm just saying goodbye, Venus and Sagittarius, and then so, because it's at the galactic center. And so here we are in January, and so by January 23rd, we just had the beautiful, boy, wasn't that a trip? The way it felt to me was definitely, I'm a Plutonian person with the Sun Pluto thing, and it's not now. What I would say is, um, it does aspect me by 3 degrees. If we look how that indeed it's going to be going into Aquarius and start trining. It's just going to flip over for my generation. That it's going to be harmonious instead of hellacious, like difference between night and day. and that means a lot of healing could be taking place. But so let me just, yeah, so Mars conjunct Pluto on Valentine's Day, and then we have, see, Venus has is okay is following Mars into a conjunction with Pluto 3 days later. And the sun will be Mercury will be well, it's near Cazimi, conjunct the sun. Now, the Mars Pluto Venus conjunction, by the time it's like 18th of February, it's starting to square the fact that Jupiter is in Taurus, and it's a mild square, but it's kind of there. The Mars square Jupiter happens. Okay, now we have an exact alignment that's getting auspicious over here with a square to Jupiter, and so I can get it close enough to where Venus is at 10, Mars is at 9, Jupiter is at 10. There's an exact square there. Mars squares on the 26th. This is on the last weekend of February, which February is looking like a leap year day. Only goes to the 29th. I guess that's that leap year. So that square, it's about financing problems, and with the square it means also physical. You want to look at it because the Earth is involved. It's Earth, and then technological. Men and women are involved. And so since it's, well, you do have a very tight sextile to Saturn, there's that is a plan there, very harmonious, by the way. Wisdom and high-minded things that has to do with water and the earth, just going general. It's our spirituality. It's really now we are going through a subconscious rewiring with Saturn being in Pisces, and with Jupiter there. It's very, it can express and expand and heal at the same time, just going general. But see, when this Venus and Mars squares that, and if we consider the Saturn there, it's a T square. It's called a T square. Just a T like this. Yeah, and Pluto's involved with that. See, there's a Pluto square to Jupiter. Oh boy, that it's a mild one, but it's not. Jupiter is going away right now from the any square to Pluto. We're moving through February, but I'm tripping out on this. The that see, the technological age and the age of real science or extreme fake science. So we're talking about real people and then fake people, exactly, and because Aquarius rules humanity itself and people. And if you ask me, it's pointing at science, the science behind science. I mean, we are it. So why would you want to hijack people into being anything at all, really? I mean, well, it's because you can. Let's look at the technology that the human aperture really is, and that's what's going to be exposed more and more. And that's where we're going to see something that is so remarkable. We would have never imagined that in a million years. There, and like I said, somebody has a great idea here. People are doing. They're like, why not? Let's try it. But what we really are, what can really happen, and what is going to happen, I'm pretty sure, is nothing new. It's something that Christ Jesus over there. God, I keep mentioning it every darn video, but we're still at the galactic center here, and Venus is saying, see you later to Sag, and saying, bye, Jesus, I love you. What was that? It's just, if you look at the galactic center, there's the cross. When you go down in Brazil, it shifts, and you can see into the galactic center, and it's a freaking cross. You have some debris coming this way and that way. It's anyway. I want to put up at the top of my driveway a cross. See, the thing is you have to stick it to the ground, so it's just a cross, but you put a circle there, and then put north, south, east, west, and just like, what are you doing, you guys? You know, we're here now. Which direction are we at? You know, I mean, do you even know? Have you even asked yourself? A lot of people don't know that the sun rises in the east and what the moon phases do. And some of them, you can see them. I met one of the last few summers ago. They said, did you notice that the moon has been gone? And I'm like, yes, because it's new. It disappeared behind the sun. The thing that I've noticed about the moon is that it will switch, it will change where it rises on the horizon from one night to the next. It'd be like over here, and then all of a sudden it will rise over there. So I don't doubt that that puppy is doing something that we can't question right now, because it happens, and it's like, well, what did happen? And see, this thing, what would it show that? But at least it's rising in the east. But it's like, wait a minute, it's kind of, it really did switch. Anyway, thanks for listening to my intensity, and I see, I'm supposed to do this, motivational speaking, and there is channeling happening, and I move into, I've just confirmed today by my guides, they are teaching me about this thing, and it's, you see, you don't just automatically know what's happening, and people can freak out, right? And but you're going to, it's like you're initiated. I was definitely initiated. With what, Shauna? Well, I hope you like these videos, babes. Just keeping everybody company, you know. Aquarius moon. I'm kind of 35 years ahead of time. Emotionally, I guess. Emotionally, you would say it's that because you add the moon in there. It's like wherever you have Aquarius, if you say it's their, if it's their Venus. We were just talking about Venus, and I have a friend with Venus and Aquarius, and their hearts are kind of cold. I admit. The Aquarius is a it's, they're not warm people, but the fact is they're they're the hottest. As hot as lightning. That's like Scorpio. The fixed signs are like in competition of how hot they are, right? There's Scorpio mixed right in it. But Aquarius says, excuse me, you have nothing on me. I I am made of electricity, and you know what kind of sex robots that can make, babe. And it's true, those, oh my goodness. So there's a sex book, right? You look at it, and what kind of people are these people in bed? God, I can't talk. What kind of people are these? Yeah, people in bed. Signs. The signs, same thing. Just points at a kind of person. Anyway, and we all know about Scorpio. Gosh, they took over the scene a little bit too much there. It's like, can you at least put that channel on a certain station, and let's charge money for it. Of course, you know they're all charging money for it. Like, and you should not forget, charge money. Put a dime on that puppy. Talk about getting established here and with your own monies. Maybe I'm talking to you. Maybe a human civilization will come out of it. See, a lot of people just don't like when I say that. I don't think, and I'll explain to you later on, so that your 5-year-old can understand and relate it back to you safely. How it's definitely true that it might be true, as long as see the concern about, like, well, are there aliens, and are we going to make contact? Can we have a picnic with them? Right. Jesus, like, yeah, that picnic. Uh-huh. North, south, east, west. I'm out of here. Um, the question really is, it's not about aliens. It's about do we make it into being human? Can we claim our intellectual property and know where we belong, our belongings, claim our belongings, and 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 step into our intellectual property, which is the entire universe. The universe is human. So when we talk about aliens here on the planet, because we're completely shut off from the universe, oh boy. And the universe is human. So if it's so shut off, what's here? Serving whiskey at the fucking on every corner lot, doing this thing in Las Vegas and the World Trade thing and over there, and pardon me. It's fun. They're doing a show of whatever. That's what I'm saying is like, have fun. They're having their fun, and you can have your fun. And we get our Constitution based on what keeps us having fun. If there ever was like a highest potential, like you want to keep your needs and or rights in your hands, so that you can work that stuff in case you're an artist or something. I don't know. Why does it interfere? All of a sudden, it's like, well, no, that's not necessary. For what? Can you leave us alone? Okay, now we're gonna have to separate, right? Right? I think that's been trying to happen. There's so much confusion. Like and subscribe, and we will sort out through the confusion together. Thank you for listening. I will put this up ahead, and I will also be posting just the videos you'll see in current time will be it's funny when I talk about that. What I mean is that when I make a video, like, see, I'm going to put this on February or sometime, maybe the 27th of January. Sorry, I'm kind of chopping my words up. But I will probably record a video on January 27th and post it before this video, and so you'll see two different versions. I say that with just a little bit of Pluto going into Aquarius, and then see, I want to talk about this. Do you understand that there's a conjunction with Mars and Venus, which whenever you talk about Mars and Venus in astrology, you're talking about, yes, kids, Venus is women. Mars is men. And see, now Venus in Aquarius, I want to explain to you, is very cold. It's cold-hearted. It's kind of cold. It's rigid. Not rigid, yes, maybe, yeah. They're very humanitarian. They're very humanitarian. They love the idea of sacrificing something for a humanitarian cause. It's like, it's that cold. It's kind of that cold. It's like, nope, robotic, we do it like this for the blah blah. It could be, I mean, I assume that the Venus in Aquarius needs to they love that conformity perhaps, or non-conformity. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. Because that's what the Aquarius age and the Pluto and how it points at that. It does. You see, Aquarius, but see, now, what's going to be purified with the Pluto entrance for the next 44 years is that that quality of Aquarius, who they have a tendency to just be the most highest potential of the human aperture, which I was trying to tell you is very computerized, very capable of, now I'll tell you it's perfection, because I'm a Libra, I play music, and that's what you're listening to there. You love listening and hearing perfection. That's what that is. And what's perfection? Geometry. Geometry. Try the earth, baby. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you get your Constitution? Get that Constitution! Constitution! Can you get it? Why is there just one Constitution? There's something very simple that I'm picking up, that I know that when I refine it with my language and stuff, I know what I'm doing with that. It knows what it's doing with me, that's what I'm saying, but now see, I had communications with it today, and I was trying to tell you that I'm doing a little channeling, and it's really tough because there's other stuff happening to me that I can't sort out if it's bad or good because it's earthly stuff. I mean, not earthly, but worldly, and it's like, I don't need the distraction. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute. At this point, I need to have an encapsulation, a pyramid, and I'm understanding this. Like, do you understand what's happening here? What I mean is that isolation take would be great to sit in the daytime if I can afford it. Please send money. Very little is what I need. Why? Because, well, let me tell you why in the daytime that you want to just forget it. Forget it. I love this. I've got some language down. It's because the human ecology, it running on the first dimension, which is purely the mind, the mind is can't access reality. It's got to hallucinate and imagine a world to be. The condition out there is a desert ecology. It's inhospitable. You have to know that. I'm not talking about the wilderness where I'm at, but yes, I mean, if you, even me, right? I better know how to fucking at least prepare some nettles out there. Really good nettles. The plants, you boil them, and then you can drink the tea. It's equal to a better than spinach soup. It's so good for you. And to eat it too, like throw some garlic in there. But there's so much stuff that we can live on. If it's like, why are we running around? Like all you want is food. That's why. So just a little um psychological preparation, just like, well, because that's why we didn't move up here in the first place. I mean, that's why people gravitate towards wilderness and they're doing hunting and stuff like that. And I just stopped in my tracks. It's because we're on the planet Earth, and why aren't we harmonizing and just touching the fucking soil and calm down? Because when I say touching the soil, look at the pyramids and look at the things that they built with huge spaceships, 3D printers that just say, oh, okay, available, and let's recreate everything into something that those structures that I'm imagining, the one that I'm sitting on now, there's a shelf that I'm sitting on, it's a mile high, and then there's a mile higher mountain that's a San Jacinto peak that I'm convinced, and that the material that's here used to be a massive structure that's unrecognizable now. It's very much because there was so much destruction or whatever came and whatever's happening here. We don't know, but um, you can watch your sci-fi and have your imagination sucked out of you instead of just look around and say and just kind of just tap into it. It's like, well, why do they say that in science books and in history books and all that? Why? Because I'm looking at something that's like, why is it so peculiar? It's just sitting there right in front of my face. And then there's Babylon, the suggested mode, the desert landscape. That all you have to be is told something, and it's like, cancel. That saying is very subtle, but the moment that when somebody sees a bird, a child sees a bird, I don't know if I'm going to say this right. When you tell them that it's a bird, he doesn't see it anymore, or something like that. I don't know, but I think they're really pointing at. Did you notice I said he? There I go, picking on men again. No, I'm not. There's something coming up that has to do with men and women. Now, I love. See, I'm a Libra, and it's like I love Aquarius and I love men and women. If that's the fucking issue, it's like I'm trying to figure out something so that we can be happier here. Don't we want to love? I would like to be okay. John Lennon, you, Jesus, what? Uh-oh. Anyway, have a good day. Thanks for listening to this. I'll be posting. I have one posted already at the February 14th mark. That's when Mars does its thing next to Pluto, and then also, repeating it again, Venus I'll post it before February. And thanks for listening to this, you guys. I'm actually very stressed out. I'm trying to allow love in my life, into my life. So wish us all luck. You know what I mean? Um, I see. The thing is I'm being downloaded with something at the same time with something, and I understand that there's only a window of time for all of us really, but yeah, I think it's possible, but don't worry. We're going to get our language together, and the tables are going to turn. A lot more people are going to be doing exactly what I'm doing, which is just communicating more and more, and try to accumulate an understanding, simpler and more simpler, really, to get used to it. Boy, my chair. So if you can send me just $1 for a chair, I'll be grateful.